Hello everyone, welcome to State Bat with Devesh. Today we are going to talk about a great personality of Canadian cricket. And to join, we have his son, Mr. Andrew Hale. And he is the youngest son of great coach of Canada, Mr. Brian Hale. So welcome to the show, Andrew.
Thank you.
How?
Good to be here.
Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good. Doing good.
Good, good.
Doing good.
So, the first thing I want to ask you is that tell me something about your earliest memory about your father.
Just waking up early in the early mornings on a Saturday, Sunday. Watching my dad go play. Back then he used to play for Victoria Park, and yeah, just like back in the day, having picnics, like watching my dad play. It was good times. Yeah.
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 So, did you pick the interest of cricket from your father, or it was like forcibly, you were
Yeah.
pulled into the cricket by your
It's-
father?
It was kind of forcibly a little bit. When I was young, I first started playing baseball.
Oh, you started with the baseball.
Yeah, yeah, and then my dad started kind of getting me into cricket and stuff like that, and then we started watching it together, and yeah, I picked it up nice, and he was good because he was a coach, right? So he got to coach me and everything. It was nice.
So tell me one thing. Was there any difference between, being a father or being a coach, or he was like all the time coach, like he used to like change the cap, or he was like a strict coach all the time?
No, he used to change it up when he used to get home and stuff like that, but for us it was kind of hard because I used to play too, and he used to sometimes take it home with him and put a little pressure on me, to perform and stuff like that, and
Hmm.
it was all right, you know what I mean?
So did you give in just because of your father interest, or you actually develop interest in cricket to become a cricketer? Like,
Um, basically, like when I started getting a little bit good and stuff like that, I started taking it a little bit more seriously, and my dad started tightening up the leash a little bit, and yeah, it was good. It was a kind of an easy transition.
yeah.
Yeah, so.
So tell me one thing. What do you think, and what best thing you remember about your dad as a coach? Like when he used to give you a coaching, right? So what is the basic values and quality he tried to imbibe into you, and you are carrying that forward, not within the cricket, the field of the cricket, but beyond the field of the cricket in your
Yeah.
life? Can you remember that and
For
tell us?
sure, for sure. Like respect and discipline, number one,
Mhm.
for sure. He implemented that big time in cricket and in real life, and it helped me throughout my life.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And if you, I would like to tell my audience that today we are also going to be joined by Mr. Karun Jetty, who lives in England, but who also played under Mr. Brian Hill. And in a couple of minutes, he is going to join us, and then he is also going to, share his memory about Mr. Brian
Yeah.
Hill, the great Brian Hill.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, okay. Meanwhile, he joined.
Yeah.
Can you tell me the struggle? I think in Canada, the cricket is not a very big, sports. There are a
Yeah.
lot of struggles, and
Yeah.
the hard work,
Yeah.
and those are the thing you need to go through to establish such a big, and branded um, cricket academy. So how was it? Do you remember something about
yeah,
that?
yeah. It was definitely hard when he first started the Toronto Cricket Academy. There wasn't that much people involved in cricket in them times in like the early '90s and stuff like that. And then he started getting more and more people, and it just started getting like a little bit bigger and bigger as the time grew.
Yeah.
Yeah, as cricket got bigger and bigger, his academy got a little bit bigger and bigger as the
But
time.
do you remember any incident or anything which happened which really broke him as a coach, or as his when what he was
Just-
trying to do?
When some of the guys he used to coach and stuff like that kind of moved on, and just kind of moved on without saying anything, stuff like that. Some guys he put a lot of time into, You know what I
So
mean?
some student used to come and use him and just go
Yeah,
away
yeah,
without
yeah.
giving him.
Yeah, exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it
That was a
was,
big struggle.
I heard a lot about him that he was very supportive for the youngster, and used to help a lot of poor child also who wants to become a cricketer. He used to pick up the talented guy, like
Yes.
even he some of them
Yes.
was not able to pay on time. He
Yes,
was
yes, yes.
always
yeah,
used
yeah.
to be
Yeah,
adjust
yeah.
those.
He would do a lot of fundraising and stuff like that.
Oh,
You know what I
okay.
mean? He never let the money thing ever get in the way of a student like showing his potential. You know, he used to do a lot of cricket tours. He used to do his own tours in England, Trinidad, Jamaica, stuff like that, and he would do a lot of fundraising to make it easier on some of the students because he knows how hard it is.
Yeah.
Coming up and stuff like that. Yeah.
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 So now Mr. Karun Jetty has joined us,
Okay.
and I hope you know him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
for sure.
hello, Karun. How are you?
Hi, Devesh. I'm good. How are you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Just enjoying the life, like I told you last time.
Yeah. So Karun, if you know that we are doing a tribute program for Mr. Brian Hill, one of the greatest coach Canada has ever seen. So
Amazing.
yeah.
Amazing thing, man.
So I would like to know about your opinion about him. Mr. Late and Brian Hill, and your memory, something if you can contribute.
Absolutely, man. Mr. Hale, I would like to compare him to like what I spoke to you earlier about my coach in India, which was Mr. Tariq Sana, who just received Dronacharya Award, which is the highest award for any coach in India.
Yeah.
If there was such award for cricket or any sport in Canada, I would have expected Mr. Hill to get that. And one thing he said to me when I was a kid, and Andrew, who's there sitting next to you right now,
Yes.
was playing for Toronto Cricket Academy in the 19 team, and I was playing for Victoria Park in the 19. And I ran into Mr. Hill, and I asked him one question that, Mr. Hill, you are such an amazing coach. You have produced such an amount of cricketers at the 19 level. How come you don't take the reins as a coach of a 19 team or higher? He told me one thing. He said, son, remember one thing. I don't want to take the role of a coach of a national team at this point because I have a lot of good cricketers in my academy who can make into the team based on their merit. I don't want to take the role so that down the road people will raise questions that these guys in the team just because I'm the coach.
So I will
them
just
being in the team basis on their merit.
Yeah, Karun, but I got your point. So I just pause you for a minute, and I would like to ask Andrew a question. Did he ever receive an invitation from Cricket Board of Canada to establish some kind of academy or any help from Cricket Canada? Because he was producing a lot of good cricketer, like some of the greats from Canada came through Toronto Cricket Academy, right?
Yes,
so
yes, most of them.
Did he ever received any position or offer from Cricket Canada for help or something?
No, nothing like that, and no type of recognition either.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Not during his playing time, not even after his death. No call from Cricket Board.
No.
To decorate him. Nothing.
No, nothing like that.
Okay. What do you think, Karun? Is it a shame for us that we fail to, acknowledge or give heap praise on such great personality of cricket in Canada?
As a cricketer, I would say yes, it is, because I would have loved to play in under 19 in the senior team under a coach of that level. But you know how the system runs, and we have talked about it numerous times, and you have heard about in your numerous interviews that it's not always how it seems it will be. So a person like that, it himself who told me I don't want to be there for a certain role, tells me a lot about his character. He was a great man.
He was
I
great.
would have loved to play under him, but I didn't never get an opportunity because of the system that we are living in right now.
Yes, you're totally right, Sonny.
Yeah,
totally right.
Yeah, Sunny, that's a sad reality.
Yeah.
So with this, we come to the end of the first half, and as you know, we are talking about the great coach, Mr. Brian Hale, who is no more with us anymore. So we are going to continue in the second half talking about his life, and then the career of Andrew in cricket.
Yes.
The short span, rather, I will say.
Yeah.
We'll also talk about some of the issues which we always face in Cricket Canada.
Okay.
So we'll try to bring a different perspective about the issues. So see you after the break.
पिछले 10 सालों में इंडस हॉस्पिटल ने ये कभी नहीं सोचा कि कैसे चलेगा ये अस्पताल जहां हो बिल्कुल मुफ्त मेयारी इलाज। सोचा है तो खुदा की रजा का, जिसने बनाया है आपको वसीला इंडस हॉस्पिटल का। 11 अस्पताल, सैकड़ों क्लिनिक्स के साथ इंडस हॉस्पिटल अब पाकिस्तान के 41 डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स में। इसीलिए ज़रूरी है आपका साथ।
Greenish Hair, Skin and Nails formula is packed with all the essential nutrients like biotin, omega-3, vitamins, and minerals to provide your hair, skin, and nails the nourishment that it needs. Like all other Greenish vitamins and supplements, the Hair, Skin, and Nails formula is gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, and non-GMO. It is also halal, kosher, and veggie certified. So make Greenish Hair, Skin, and Nails formula a part of your daily healthcare routine.
Welcome back to Straight Bat with Devesh. So as we are talking about the great coach, Mr. Brian Hale, he immigrated to Canada in 1971,
Yes.
right? And then he, after some time, he established Toronto Cricket Academy
Yes.
in 1992.
1991.
1991.
Yeah.
And to be very frank, this academy, Cricket Academy, produced a lot of great cricketers from in Canada. Some of them are like Ashish Baghai,
Yes.
Nitish Kumar,
Yes.
right?
Derek Burr.
And there are so many,
so many.
so and
yeah.
so forth.
Yes.
Unfortunate part is that Brian has dedicated his life for cricket, and he never seek any benefits, either monetary or power, nothing. Like
Yeah.
he just dedicated his life and worked hard for the benefit of cricket in Canada.
Love
you
the
know,
game also.
Love his
Yeah.
game. He had a passion, and I heard
Yeah.
a lot about his. He was a big heart.
Yes.
Like he was also a club player in Guyana, right? Back
Guyana,
in
yes,
Guyana.
yes.
But the unfortunate part is that all these students who passed through his academy and went on to become a great cricketer, actually never paid the respect they should have been paid to Mr. Andrew. But this is life. Do you remember that your father used to be very upset about it, or he used to mention about it?
He used to talk about it a little bit. He wasn't too upset. You know what I mean? He would just take note and stuff like that. How guys wouldn't really like pay homage for what he's done, and what he's done for the person and stuff like that, right? Yeah.
But he never got any respect or call back from the student once they become a great cricketer.
Yeah, like he would get the respect, but he didn't really get the love like he should have for the dedication and stuff like that he put into students.
No, because why I'm raising this question,
Yes.
like in a culture like
Yes.
in the culture where we come from,
Yes.
we pay a lot of respect to our teacher.
Yes.
And if you remember back in India, if you know,
Okay.
Sachin Tendulkar also had a coach,
Yeah.
which he till today
I
he
heard,
pay
yeah.
respect.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
He
yeah.
always visit his house.
Yeah.
And so on and so forth. So, but that's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
Did he get that kind of respect
No,
from his
no,
student?
Not
Never.
really. No. No.
So, did any student who went to become played for a national team came back to him and say, okay, good, coach, I want to help you. I want to assist you, or I want to assist you financially. Nothing.
No, nothing like that.
Okay.
Nothing like that. I think it goes on with like the Canadian type of lifestyle. You know what I mean? It's People, yeah.
And I understand.
Yeah.
But you know, the respect for the coach and you know,
Yeah.
the feeling to give something back to your school or college where you came from.
Yeah,
Is common.
Yeah,
Is universal. So
yeah.
it doesn't matter which religion or culture you belong to.
I feel
What
you.
do you think, Karun? What is your opinion on this? That is it a sad part that you know none of the players who become a great name in Canadian cricket actually come back and you know paid that respect what Mr. Bryan deserved?
It is indeed, Devesh, that a coach of the magnitude of Mr. Brian Hale, who produced so many top cricketers who end up becoming captain of World Cup Canadian team,
Yes.
never went back to assist him with his academies, driving other youths
Yeah.
who were like that player 10, 15 years ago. It was very sad part. Me being sitting in Canada and then subsequently now in England, I still speak to my coach who was my mentor, my coach 18 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
right.
You're spot
The
on.
guy
son.
who has won a Drovacharya award,
Yeah.
the guy who won the biggest award in India as a coach, I still speak to him
Yeah.
and I still seek to him for guidance.
Yes.
Yeah, we are
He
not
was
talking about
playing as an amateur cricketer in England.
leave
I still
about
speak to him for guidance.
yeah, Karun, leave about the recognition from the Canadian government. What we are expecting, or you know, and he rightly deserved the national award, but at least Cricket Board of Canada should recognize his contribution, right?
Yeah, they
After
don't.
producing such a big list of big players,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he
100%,
never get any mention in the.
More importantly, from what I know about Mr. Hale, he would rather have recognition from the players he produced
Yes, yes.
than the government or the board.
Yes.
So this
It's-
is
That's what my knowledge about him is.
It's politics, right? It's
so. Is it because and you raised a point here that is it a politics because of fear
Yes.
these players never called him and never want to show the association? Is it that problem?
no.
or-
I think it has something to do with the board. Like the board back then, I don't think really like my father.
They didn't like your-
Yeah, so they didn't really recognize that. They
His
kind of turned their
contribution.
back on that. You know what I mean? They know what he's doing, but they don't want to recognize it.
Okay.
Yes.
So that was the reason you said think
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's come to your career. Like
Yeah.
you also played for Junior Canada, if I'm
Yeah.
not wrong, right?
Yeah.
So when did you started playing for Junior Canada, and till what time you played?
Yeah, 1996 was my first tour. It was the Under 15 World Cup. It was a really big tour. It was a lot of big test stars playing now that played in that tournament.
And which tournament was that?
The
World Cup? World
Under
Cup, okay.
15. Yeah,
Where did you play?
in England.
Oh, in England.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I also did Under 19 with Sonny here in Guyana. Which was an amazing tour. We were all brothers, man. Right, Sonny? Remember that?
Oh, absolutely, man.
We're all
like the
brothers.
actual family.
Yeah. It was different. It was definitely different in those days. You know, we all played as family.
So you were like left-hand bowler?
bowler,
or,
opening
okay,
bowler.
fast bowler. Okay.
Yeah.
And batsman?
No,
Batting, no. So you're a hardcore bowler.
Yeah.
And fast bowler.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah,
So
it
who was your idol like when you were growing up? Like
Growing up, it was like Dennis Lilly.
Dennis Lilly?
Yeah. Like Shari Bakhtar.
Oh.
Yeah. Brett Lee. Those guys are bowl extreme pace. You know.
So you like the pace?
Yeah. For sure.
Okay. So what was your highest like? What did you clocked when you used to?
I was probably around like 130, 135.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah. I was definitely the quickest bowler on the team.
So what is your like most memorable memory about your cricketing career? Like what was your highest point where you think that you have done a good thing in your career as a cricketer?
Probably like in 2003, I got a contract in England.
Oh, great.
Yeah. I was there for 3 years. I played with a team called Taunton.
Taunton, okay.
Yeah. It was in Somerset. It was
So it was Division 3 or Division?
No, it was Division 1.
Division 1.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah, so that was pretty good.
Oh, that's pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
So you were very close to play county.
Yeah. Like the county guys played in our league and stuff like
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
So what happened that you never, you just went away?
It was just money and stuff like that. Like as you get older, right? Like you got to make money and cricket.
And there was no money in playing for Canada.
No.
You didn't see any
was
motivation to play for Canada.
Exactly. That's the thing. There's no type of motivation. The only motivation was the travel, right? And you got no money. You'd come back and you'd kind of just start over, right? So that was a problem.
And in my last interview,
Yes.
there was an under-19 player, Faisal Jamakandi,
Okay.
and he said that he was asked to pay $2,000 to tour West Indies. So
That's crazy.
Was that a reality in your time?
No, it wasn't. The travel was free, right?
Travel was free.
Travel was free, yeah.
So they used to pay you like
No.
per diem, nothing?
No, we got no money.
So how you used to manage there, like
It
food
was
and
like
everything?
The food and stuff was free, yeah. But like spending money, like your parents would have to give it to you. Or
Okay, but at least they never charge you for the tour.
Yeah,
right?
they never charge you for the tour or nothing like that. That's unbelievable actually that they're charging these under 19 kids, especially $2,000.
So Karun, would you like to pitch in and say something about it?
Honestly, you don't want me to speak about that, but I will say something about it. I'm very disappointed
Yes.
with Cricket Canada that it looks like we are going back in the ages of early 1900s when you ask players to pay for the money and go on a certain tour. It looks like anybody could pay $2,000 and they could go on the trip.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you have players like Faisal Jamakandi, who was your leading wicket taker in Under-19 World Cup, he's sitting back home, means like you don't care about who's replacing him as far as they have paid $2,000.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So it's very disappointing. Coming back to what we talked about in my previous interview was about GT20 and how it will help economy of Canadian cricket.
Yes.
And subsequently it was declared as a success. And now you're asking players to pay money for it. It's a disgrace, to be honest. Any board, Canada or whoever it is, it's a bloody disgrace, to be honest.
Yes.
Yeah. So Karun, I am happy that you raised this point about Global T20. I was about to talk about it. So let me ask Andrew, did you follow the GT20?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
I think it was good for Canadian cricket and stuff like that. It shows spotlight on Canada cricket and people know what
So what was your observation that did you think that actually turned out to be going to be good for Canadian cricket? Or
I think it was good for Canadian cricket in the sense where some players can get highlighted and stuff like that, and people know that there's cricket in Canada, which is a good thing.
Yeah, and some of the talents were highlighted. Like
Yes, Nitish Kumar,
Saad and Nikhil and those kind of players.
Yes.
But most of the players didn't get any chance to play a single game. So that was one.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
There were like many youngsters who
Yeah.
were roped in the last minute, but they never get a chance to play.
Yeah. So what's
But anyway, at least they were saying that okay, we got to share the dressing room with the greats. And there was no monetary gain for them this time around.
Wow.
Hopefully next time around there will be more money coming in for Canadian cricket.
Yeah, hopefully.
But the way they've been asked, they are being asked to pay money for the tour.
That's what I don't understand.
I really don't understand what kind of monetary gain we are having.
I don't understand how we're having G20 tournaments and guys getting big money and stuff like that, and under 19 players having to pay $2,000 to tour. You know what I mean? That shouldn't be a stress for an under 19 Canadian player to go through, right?
Yeah, this is a lot of pain and stress for the parents.
Yes.
And I don't understand if how a parent or a coach or a player can be motivated in this scenario.
Yeah.
You have to put money to play for your country. I don't think it is a very good thing to happen.
Yes.
But anyway, one of the most and biggest issue what I found in Canadian cricket is two things which I don't like it, and I would like to ask you,
Okay.
because you and Karun has
Yeah.
played for Canada, and
Yeah.
you are better aware of the fact. What is my observation is that the selection process, which I do not understand how the selection process can bring the best talent.
Yeah.
And I hope that you understand, although you guys were benefited because of this selection process,
Yeah.
but today when you look back and say, okay, no, this selection process is not is perfect, and we
Yeah.
need to improve there. Do
Yeah.
you think that, and can you highlight that?
Yes, like I would say a lot of these guys get picked on like their name and stuff like that, and who's on the board, what club member is on the board. You
So
know?
it all depends which club you are playing,
Yes, yes.
and how these clubs become so powerful.
money, right?
Money. So there is a money politics going on.
Yes, I would say
With the
so.
cricket board, so they pay cricket board to get their player in.
I don't know. I can't be 100% for sure about that, but I would say yes.
I think
Yeah.
Karun, would you like to add here how this selection process happens? Like, so what I was reading on the website of the cricket board, there will be a selection committee, which is which comprises of a chairman, treasurer, which has no playing experience.
Yeah.
Then the one coach will be invited to take the trial. Now, how we make sure that this coach who is taking the trial is neutral?
Yeah.
There is no guarantee, because these are these are selected.
Yeah.
These are like
Yeah.
arbitrary. These
Yeah.
coaches are given chances to take
Yeah.
the trial,
Yeah.
and
A lot of these times
there is
too,
also no understanding, or there is no rule
Yeah.
which player is going to be called for
Yeah.
selection trial.
Yeah.
Like they do not, there is no selection people who go around and
And
check
go-
the
yeah,
student,
yeah.
check the players.
Yeah.
They just pick, okay, it is your performance, come on,
Yeah.
you are
yeah.
on the
yeah.
trial.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So I don't understand, Karun, what do you think, and do you have any suggestion to improve it?
The suggestion I have, Devesh, at this point about selection is that you could go ahead and say that the Prime Minister of Canada will be selecting a team, but if there's nobody sitting there to question it or monitor it, it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
So anybody sitting anywhere could say, this is selection policy, this is how we select a team, this is how we're going to declare a team for this tournament, X, Y, Z, period. But what I'm saying is, there should be a transparent selection policy, that we have open trials. If you're selecting a team for Canada, we're going to open trials. People from all over Canada, we're going to hold camps in Calgary, hold camps in Vancouver, we're going to hold camps in Ontario,
Yes.
Montreal, all over the place. And then anybody's invited to come and join those camps and show their talent. And
No,
based
so
on that,
Karun,
you
my
select the best people.
yeah, but my point is that who is going to decide the committee? I don't understand a chairman, a treasurer, or president being part of selection committee. They have no business
I've
to
been
do
trying
the
to
selection.
understand the same thing for past 15 years. Then who exactly decides this stuff?
Yeah,
Because it looks like in Cricket Canada, it's whatever the president decides happens.
yeah.
So far, what we're seeing is that's what happens. Let me backtrack a bit. Something I missed saying earlier on is about GT20. I would just like to highlight that because it's connected to selection policy and how our Canadian board works. We hold a Canadian massive global T20 tournament, and we pretty much invited the whole roster of West Indies, even the guys who have never played for any of the country teams in West Indies,
Yeah.
to come play in this tournament. When
Yes.
they have a chance to return the favor for us, not a single Canadian player is playing in Caribbean Premier League.
Yeah.
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 No, that is
Including the
that
players
is
like
fine.
that.
So yeah, but coming back to the selection, and I understand what you are saying. You are fully 100% justified what you are saying. But coming back to selection, don't you think that we should have been nominated or appointed like a couple of good players who played for Canada in the recent past, who should go, and their job should be full-time job, to not even full-time, at least like 6 months,
Yeah.
They should be fully
But
hired
we'll go back to
by
the same
cricket
question.
board,
Yeah.
paid by the
Finish.
cricket
Going
board,
to games.
go
and-
to the games,
Yeah,
look for the talent,
Yeah.
pinpoint. They should carry their laptop, make a good report of the players,
Yeah.
and when they are selecting the players and they're calling the players for the trial, they should consider these recommendations.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And based on the recommendation, you take the trial.
yeah.
Not arbitrary that you call like 20 players, okay, come tomorrow is the trial and here is the coach who is going to take, have a look on you.
Exactly.
So how there is a conflict of interest. If my students are there and I'm the coach who's going to select these players, how we are making sure there is no conflict of interest? Nothing.
The thing about it is when those trials go on, the team is already selected even before.
Yeah, it is just a hogwash.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just.
So this is what we have.
Yeah.
And it is sad, but I hope that these things will improve in the future.
Yeah, me too.
And Karun, any last minute thing you want to add in this program for Mr. Brian Hale and for the issues we discussed? So your concluding remarks.
My concluding remarks for Mr. Hale would be that if anything Cricket Canada can learn from this interview with me and Andrew is that respect what the man sacrificed his life for.
Yeah.
That's developing cricketers.
Absolutely
And only
no.
cricketers
Yeah.
who get selected on merit.
Yes.
Not who they know, who they play for, who their coaches, on their performance.
Yeah.
That's how everything to do with Cricket Canada selection should be. If you're good enough, you make the team.
Yes.
I see people who've been there for a long time and they've made 100 13 years ago and they're still playing for the team. So that's one thing Mr. Hale would be against.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For sure.
So
if one thing you could dedicate to Mr. Hale is start selecting your team based on your performance in your league games. And to be honest, give some respect to your league games.
yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give respect to their performances.
Yeah.
That's what I would like to say.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Karun. And Andrew, you'd like to
Thank you, Sonny, for all your words, bro?
No problem, brother.
Thank you,
Anytime,
bro.
man.
Thank you, brother.
Andrew, your concluding remarks for your dad and
He was just a legend of a man, and I didn't realize how much of a legend he was until he passed away, and it's just he's a great man, and he did a lot for the game, and he's not really appreciated from all the people, but he did a lot, and I don't think there'll be another person like him to come out,
Well, thank you, Andrew, for coming to our program. It was great pleasure talking to you.
Thank you for
And
inviting
I
me.
hope that you have a best of life.
Thank you.
And as your dad taught you, you will carry that forward.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.